I think we started. Alright. I'm gonna drink a drink of water. And we're gonna see how the stream goes. Alright. Hello. Hello, hello. I hate when they always ask that. What's that? Why is it there? What is that? What is it? Notify. Yeah. I actually did. I actually did this time. Thank you. Oh, that's something. Never the end is 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 never.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Very satisfying.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Happy Stan.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single...
Oh, shoot. I skipped it. No order has came in through. That's weird. I have a pen just like that. It's on the floor now because I dropped it right before I pushed start stream. And I'm not picking it up. POV Stanley noises.
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I mean, it wasn't. I just click a lot. But now it is. 429 right here. I didn't even notice there's a window. I hate when I accidentally skipped cutscenes, make me want to reload the save. Yeah. It would just be too much trouble to set it up for stream again. Or else I would. Do I get anything out of this? By just clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking? I mean, I'll do it. Will the narrator talk again? No, doesn't feel right. Hello, Faye. Wait. I got this. You farted. Oh, John. I like work. I just hate my boss. What does that one say? Can't. Typing noises. Hook stream. I tricked you guys. It's Cookie Clicker. Woo! No, seriously, we disabled it. Okay. I just got the no jump achievement. Be my Valentine. What do you say? Before I turned, okay. It's not funny the second time. How mighty have fallen. Fallen. Oh, I get crouch. This is say knowing your city. It's hard to read city maps, aren't they?
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
What was that? What was that? Click every door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I missed a door. My own door. Oh shoot, I'm locked out of my own door. Okay, close this door. I want to close this door. Touch this door, touch this door. I'm gonna touch this door and this door. And this door. And this door. Touch all the doors I want. Screw you, narrator. That's a door I haven't touched yet. That's a door I haven't touched yet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Recommendations from Oversight Committee. Don't tell me things. Don't tell me things, okay? Can I just... Can I... Is it left? Left? No! No! I didn't get to touch the other door. I don't want to turn left. I bet they had better doors over there. Luminey, the door toucher. Yeah. Yeah. That's me, guys. I can't even interact with that door. They shut me out. They shut me out.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I don't like this. I want to go to the right. I can't even see anything. There's light blinding me in my eyes. We'll look over here. A lot of percent. And synergies. I want to wash my face. Boat. I'm staying in here. I don't care. I can watch all these slideshows, actually. Let it ball up inside you. Take out a passive aggressive. Oh. Okay. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. I'm gonna wash my face. Okay, I'm bored. We're lucky. No! Keep closing doors on
Stanley
me.
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I have a tea bag in this closet.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
It's fine.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yeah.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because you keep closing all the doors on me. I don't want you to keep closing the doors on me.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I want a cover. Can I get a cover?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
I'm gonna get
Maybe
a cover.
when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I'm getting a blanket! Getting a blanket.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What? What?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species.
Excuse me,
Please
sir.
remove their
You said
corpse from
something.
the area
You
and
said
instruct
something.
another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No, you said something. You didn't repeat it after I asked you to. I'm not stepping out in the hallway yet. I like this closet. The narrator is judgy. They are super judgy right now of my actions. Narrator, guess what I have? Guess what I have? Guess what I have? I have a wrench. That's what I'm holding, a wrench. Okay. What? He said I smell?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
We can wait. It's fine. You said some things that I heard. Not fully because half my headphones were off. And I don't like that. Because it was something about drugs and hookers. Nothing. Okay, fine. Whatever. Not like I cared anyway or anything.
Coming to a staircase,
No!
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Actually. Yeah. I'll do that. I'm going down the stairs now. What do you think of that? Is there a door here that I can touch? Is that a door? That looks like a door. I cannot see a thing! What does that say? That's a box. Alright, then. Nah. I'll go downstairs. Nothing? You say nothing? Okay, bet. Then I'll go downstairs. You didn't acknowledge my up and down the stairs. The extra energy I could have spent typing in my office.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Yeah, I don't like it.
These rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
I don't like the doors closing behind me.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
I didn't yell that.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. and he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
You want some chapstick?
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
I'm talking a lot.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this
Yeah. What?
was in fact a dream. Did the
Oh,
voice not
gosh,
see him
you're
float and
back.
make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
You're
This voice was
back.
a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Like
I'm
me
through
sure.
with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me
my
continue pushing
phone!
the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
I have a wife?
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
I have a wife?
My life is normal. I am normal.
I have a wife?
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I have a wife?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What? What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like, and in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to
This
be
is
normal.
not real.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real
This
and what
isn't
isn't.
real.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Why does her
She
hair
had
look
no
like
time
that?
for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
You didn't even call an ambulance. What if I needed that? It's not even the right time I put in either.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by?
Oh my
He no longer
gosh.
had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond
have
any
no idea
doubt,
what's going
was that if he
on.
waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
What? What?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Looking at the clock
What if
reminds
he
me
had
of
to
a
make a
puzzle I have to
decision?
do in
What if
game.
a
I
crucial
forgot to write
outcome
the
fell
clock.
under his responsibility? He had never been
It do
trained
be
for
like that. It do be like
No.
that.
This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
I can wait.
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy.
Last time I
Stanley
didn't
waited.
wait.
Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now,
I hate
this
clocks.
will end. He will be spoken to. He will
I
be
hate the
told what
ticking
to do.
sound.
Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Okay. I hate clocks. I
But
wanna know if
Stanley
it
simply
happens
couldn't
with
handle
this
the
again.
pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy.
I
Stanley
can't get
waited.
out.
Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt,
Let
was
me
that
out
if
of
he waited long
here.
enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Okay, thanks. Can I leave now? Oh, what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Doug Road. Meeting room. That's nice.
Stanley went around touching every
And now
little
you
thing
want
in the
out. I
office,
do want
but
one.
it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh man, this game is getting more interesting than I thought. I've had this game for like 2 years and I've just been wanting to stream it. I've held this game for like 2 years just so I could stream it. I've never played this game before because I knew it'd be such an interesting experience to play. Because I had an idea of how you could play it, and that interested me enough to be like, yeah. What happens if I stare at the mountains? Will you say anything about me staring at the mountains? You know, the other day, I was visiting my grandma, and, she was like, hey, let's watch a movie, and I was like,
When
yeah, sure.
Stanley came to a set
Gosh,
of two
dang
open
it!
doors, he entered the door on his left.
I went to my grandma's the other day, and she said, let's watch a movie. So I was like, okay, what about The Never-Ending Story? And we can find that on any streaming platform. So I was like, you know what? I kind of want to watch Deadpool. Do you know what Deadpool is? I didn't even ask that part yet. But she was like, yeah, let's watch Deadpool. Let's watch Deadpool. Let's do it. And, like 20 minutes in, I just stopped and looked at her because she was so confused. And I'm like, you don't know anything about Deadpool, do you? And she's like, no, I don't. And I'm like, why did you agree to watch Deadpool then? Why did you agree to watch Deadpool out of all things with me? We watched Annie instead. Oh. 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 Oh.
This was not
No!
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Maybe she wanted to enjoy a movie with you. She did. She did. But I was just throwing movies out there, like brand new movies that either had like something that you could have watched beforehand or something. And she was just down for Deadpool.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate,
like this
beautifully constructed
floor.
room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Can I get a drink? Can I look out the window? Can...
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
It is.
A room so utterly captivating
That
that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth.
I will say, my grandma, she is something.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected
And
poorly
look.
on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
The thing is that Like, my grandma is blind, too.
Stanley
So-
sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had
She can
passed and there was
barely
no more,
see.
he decided that
And
the
she's like,
game was
"Yeah."
trying to send him a message.
So all she just hears is Deadpool and has no idea what's going on. She is something else. That was the real kicker for me. Just to... I can only imagine hearing the movie Deadpool and not having an idea what's going on. And my grandma is a trooper. Yeah. Like, it's either... I don't know if it's worse to not be able to see what's going on and just hearing it, or seeing what's going on and hearing it in a Deadpool movie for a 90-year-old grandma. I don't know which one's worse. Okay, fine.
But at
Really.
last, he'd had enough of the amazing room
Oh, it was
and
so
took the
amazing.
first open door on his left to get back to business.
That door, that room was amazing. How cool this room is. I'm closing myself in. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. If I ever watch Deadpool, I'll put
Stanley
up
was so
that
bad
for
at
you,
following
you know how it
directions,
goes.
it's
Yes,
incredible he
please do.
wasn't fired years ago.
What? I did not pay attention to what you were saying, sir. Beep bop, beep bop, beep bop, beep 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 bop, beep bop. A4. Key card. Yep. Do not jump from cargo lift when it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift $1,000. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift $5,000. From cargo lift. Off the cargo lift, not... Where does the cargo lift go? Up there? Or down?
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Yeah, not
Good
from the
job,
cargo
Stanley.
thing.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yes, not from the cargo thing though. Oh, I want to go back.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Oh,
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
Cargo area.
He had never been trained for that. No.
So
This
we are
couldn't go
going back
anywhere
there. We're
except
not going to
badly.
any staircase.
The
We're
thing
not
to do
going
now,
to
Stanley
anything
thought
like
to
that. We're
himself,
not doing
is to
any of
wait.
that.
Nothing will hurt
Stanley,
me. Nothing
I mean,
will break me.
whatever your name is, be quiet. We are going to get to that one area, and I do wonder if we do this multiple times besides 3 times, if we get other layouts. That is, I am curious about. Would we be willing to test it out? I don't know. How long have we been streaming for? Ooh, almost 40 minutes. Okay. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
It's been 40 minutes? Crazy, I know, and we still haven't gotten past the first little bit. Oh gosh. This is definitely a game that we could play for hours.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nuh-uh.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room.
It's a gorgeous
What a
room.
gorgeous. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You're gonna close that door behind me. And I don't want that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What if I jump off of this?
Look, Stanley, I think
This
perhaps
time.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and
I
plunged to his
didn't leap
death.
from the platform,
Good
I
job,
leaped from
Stanley.
the lifter.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I leaped from the lifter this time. It's very different. Very, very different sequence of events. Now I'm going to close this door and you're going to be as quiet as possible as I
But Stanley simply
wait
couldn't
to get my loading of
decision.
the time.
Crucial outcome fell under his responsibility.
Because I want my other
No.
sequence
This couldn't go
of
anywhere
room.
except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
Nothing will happen to me. Nothing will happen to me.
Hours passed, then days.
You
years
know-
gone by, he no longer had the ability to tell.
You know.
But one thing he knew for sure beyond
Let me see
any
here.
doubt was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
Why is the
Eventually,
streaming
someday,
thing for
they would
today
arrive.
the upcoming thing?
Then,
Not.
now, this will
Why?
He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
Why is that a thing?
Now it's just
Why?
a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Why is that a thing? What are you? Okay, that's weird. Ah! I'm closing myself back in.
But Stanley's
Okay, you talk.
simply
I'm
couldn't handle the pressure.
looking at
What if
something.
he had to make a decision? What if
Why
crucial
is that a
outcome fell
thing?
under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself,
What?
is to wait. Nothing will hurt
What's
me.
that?
Nothing
What is
will break
that?
me.
What's
In here
that?
I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited.
I need to
Hours
do...
passed, then days.
I need to get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that while we
He no
wait.
longer had the ability
There's
to tell.
another, like,
One thing
stream
he knew for sure
that's
beyond
being
any
done
doubt was that if he waited
at the
long
same
enough, the
time.
answers would come. Eventually, someday, they
Huh?
would arrive. Soon, very
Okay,
soon
whatever.
now, this
Whatever you
will
want,
end.
boo.
He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
Lives
Now it's just
and
a little bit closer.
delete
Now
forever.
it's even closer.
I'm starting deleting this
Here it
video is
comes.
permanent and I'll lose all access to audience. Yep. Delete it. It's okay. We have the other one that's going on right now.
But Stanley
And I
simply
still
couldn't
haven't
have
gotten
it.
the other room
He
yet.
had to make a decision. What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had
I do
never
wonder
been
if
trained
that
for
means it is messed up.
This couldn't go anywhere
Edit
except badly.
message.
The thing to
I
do
guess
now,
I have
Stanley
to
thought to himself,
fix
is
that
to
real
wait.
quick.
Nothing will hurt me.
Shareable link.
Nothing will break me.
Bump, bump,
In here I can be happy forever.
bump.
I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed.
There we go.
Days. Had years gone by? He no
There
longer
we
had the
go.
ability to
There we
tell.
go.
But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt,
Yeah.
was that if he
Keep
waited long
talking.
enough,
Keep
the
talking.
answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end.
Hang on.
Spoken to. He will be told.
Fun fact, I did not get like any sleep.
Just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
I got like no sleep.
Here it comes.
I got like two and a half, maybe not even that, maybe just 2 hours sleep. Well, why am I still in the same place?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision?
Hate
What if a crucial
Mondays.
outcome fell
Yeah.
under his responsibility?
And you
He'd
know,
never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere.
Garfield saying he hates Mondays makes so much sense because,
Nothing will break me.
on the weekend, like Saturday and Sunday, is when John's
I
home.
will be happy.
So, of course he hates Mondays. He loves John. He likes to have John there.
Years gone by,
And when it's Monday, boom, John's not there.
he knew for sure beyond
So
any
yeah, I would be upset if I was a cat too.
the answers would come. Eventually,
If I was Garfield and I just really wanted John to be there, but it's Monday,
now this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now
Yeah,
it's just
I would
a
hate
little bit
Mondays too.
closer.
That's all I gotta say if I
Now
was
it's even
Garfield.
closer.
2.5? Sheesh! What are we saying 2.5 to? Seriously? Okay, whatever. Let me get this volume back up, I guess.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
I don't remember that one.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what you're talking about, fool. It advanced my story. My personal growth. Hold on, you on something? Hold on, I'm on to something. Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Brings
he
the
entered
best out.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace,
John.
its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
Uh-huh. Correct.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utter, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Thanks.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
That he wasn't 5 years ago? Did that not fully finish that sentence? Alright.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her? For her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Is it my wife that you was saying that I had? Kept saying I had a wife at some point. I don't believe you. I'm just so dedicated to my work. Black door. Black door. Oh, cigarette butt door. Alright.
That's her, Stanley.
What's he say?
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Hello? Hello, hello?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you
told me
had
I
a
did.
loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Yeah, you told me
I'm trying to make
did.
a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now.
If I hit it hard enough at the right angle, my atoms will phase through it. I learned that in the Wrinkle of Time. It's okay. It's okay. I got this. I got this. I read the Wrinkle of Time. It's okay. Oh. Oh. Oh.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
No. No, I won't. I'll press every single one except J. I stare at my wife our pale complexions complement each other, I will say. Okay, this room is making me look
Stanley
too
is
white.
quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
What if I push every single one except O again? Nothing? Fine.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Let me out. I don't like it in here. I don't like it in here.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. and so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
What a weird
The
dream.
thought excited him terribly.
It's such a weird dream. I wonder if that would ever happen to me.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
I'm
Down
gonna be
one
in my
path lay an
desk
enormous
room
round
again.
room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I love you, wife.
But there is no answer.
Me.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
What did he say before? You said not to do it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I don't know if I stand here, I don't know if I stand here, if I'll get something. If I'll get that dialogue that I so strive for. I'm really tired. I pushed a button.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
No time passes in this game. Look at this clock. Time has not passed, like, at all. Okay. I do actually hate to make this a short stream. But I am getting to a point where I'm just wanting to just stare. Like, I don't know. I just want to close my eyes, or if I have to keep them open, I just want to stare. I don't want to move my limbs or anything like that. Maybe if I take a quick nap or something. Sleep stream. We can get back at this today. Let me fall asleep on stream. It'd be funny. It'd be funny. It'd be a ha ha, a hee hee, a ha ha. What did that say? What did that say? What did that say? No, what did that say? I'm looking at it. Begin the game again. Begin the game again? Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe, yeah, maybe just a little funny. If I can, I'll come back to this later. I mean, like today later, if I can. If not, tomorrow? I don't know. I am just tired, so. Just noticed the game menu is mirror. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I did notice that before. I think I did a, like, I was like, what? But, yeah. Oh, water. That would help me. Shots. What is that? Okay. Alright, yeah. I am gonna end stream for now. I wish I had, that one thing. Good HT2TT2. But yeah, I am going to go to sleep. I wish I had the Pokemon thing so that people can play Pokemon while I go and do other stuff, like sleep. But I do not have that, so oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys for now, and hopefully we can come back to this later. And we can also see if we can stream on TikTok too. I don't know how well that'll go, but we'll see. It would be cool. It would be cool. So yeah. Good night. Hopefully I just take a nap and I don't sleep for 10 hours because my naps turn into 10 hours a lot of the time. So yeah. See you later. I'm sorry this was just an hour stream, and yeah. Bye! How do I end stream? How do I end stream? Oh, there.